72 can be written as 8 9 times, and 20 can be written as 4. So factors are 8 comma 9, 4 comma 5. X is next. 9 fours 36. 36 can be written as 3 times of 12. Minus 3 minus 12 is the combination, and 6 can be written as minus 2 minus 3. Then factors are 3 by 9 and then 12 by 9 and then 2 comma, this is less than 1, x is less than 1 condition, this is less than 2. Avuna? 1 by 3, x is less than y. Combination is minus 4 comma plus 3, and here it is plus 4 plus 3. X factors are 4 minus 3, y factors are minus 3 minus 4. X is greater than or equal to y. Product is 42. 42 can be written as 3 times of 14. Combination is plus 2 plus 3 only here. Right. Then for x factors are minus 3 minus 14. Divided by is required? Not required. Minus 2 minus 3. X is less than or equal to y. 8 3 is 24. 24 can be written as 4 into 6. And these numbers are itself is the combination. Denominators are also not required. Minus 4 minus 6 minus 3 minus 4. X is less than or equal to y. Right, the bar graph shows the analysis of 4 shifts of SBA Clerk Prelims exam in quantitative section. Right. So now we have shift 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's first prepare the table, it will be simple then. Simplification, AR, arithmetic, series, first is simplification kada, next quadratic, and then DI. Right, same order is there? Yes, come on, write numbers 10, 9, 5, 5, 6, 15, 7, 5, 3, 5, 10, 12, 5, 3, 5, 13, 10, 5, 2, 5. Shift 1, all the students gave 100% attempts in simplification, series and quadratic equation. Simplification, series and quadratic equation. Whereas in shift 3, the attempts of these questions is 15. Then what are the overall attempts in both the shifts? That means 15 plus sum of these 3 numbers only. Sum of these 3 numbers is 20 plus 15, 35. A candidate attended for 4th shift of the exam in which he attempted 80% of the arithmetic, which is 8, 60% of simplification and quadratic. Simplification and quadratic. Simplification and quadratic both together 15, out of which he attempted 60%, which is 9. 60% of the series, out of 5, 60%, 3. Overall attempts made. Come on, 20. A candidate secures 1 mark for every correct answer and penalized 0.25 marks for every wrong answer. Student attempted 80% of the questions in which he secured 20.5 marks. How many wrongs he attempted in his overall attempts? Right. So total, how many are there? Total. Right, total తెలియాలి కదమ్మా. 10, 20, 35. 10, 20, 35. మొత్తం ఎన్ని? Everywhere it is 35 only. So For every correct answer, he gets 1 mark. For every wrong answer, he loses 0.25. Like that, overall he got. And how many attempts he made wrong answers, that's what we need to identify. Correct? Now, what we can go with is reverse method, equation format, or alligation. If you use reverse method, we need to identify how many questions gave wrong answer. Let's assume there are no questions which he gave wrong. That means all are. If all are correct, how many marks he should get? But how many marks he got? But we got 35, right? How many more marks we got? 14.5. Why did we get 14.5 more marks? Because there are few questions in which he gave wrong answer, but that we converted to right answer. Avuna? Right. For every wrong answer, how much he is supposed to lose? 0.25. But that we converted to positive mark, correct? Which is 1 mark. If 0.5 is converted to negative number 2, positive 1, how much difference is there for each question? 1.25 minus 0.25. Instead of that, we are using plus 1. Minus 0.25 to 0, 0 to plus 1. Total difference? So divided by 1.25 is the difference. Ardhamainda? Right. So instead of that, we can treat it as 1450 divided by 125. Avuna? He attempted only, that's the point. So out of 35, we should take only 80%. 80% of this number, which is 28. Come on. If all are correct, he will get 28 marks. Avuna? But marks obtained in question, difference 7.5. And for every question difference, 1.25 divided by 1.25 will give you 6. So 6 questions he made wrong attempts. If you use alligation, how many he attempted total? If all are correct, he will get 28 marks. Correct? If all are wrong, he will lose 7 marks. Overall questions, 20.5. Now, alligation, 28 minus 20.5. How much is that? 7.5. 20 minus of minus 7, which becomes plus 7. This becomes 27.5. Correct? Now we can treat it as 275 and 75. Ratio, cancellation with 25. 11 times. And then 3 times. Total how many parts? How many questions? If 14 parts is 28, 1 part is 2, 3 parts, alligation. Equation method. There are 28 questions. Assume for x questions he gave wrong answer, for which he will lose marks by 0.25. 0.25 I want to treat it as 1 by 4. Remaining how many questions are there? 28 minus x. For these many questions he gave correct answer, so he will get 1 mark. Positive marks and negative marks, both together it is 20.5, which I will write it as 41 by 2. If you solve it, you will get your answer. Equation. What is the average arithmetic questions given in all shifts together? Arithmetic questions average. Avuna? Total how many shifts are there? Divided by 4. That's what we need to identify. Correct? 9 plus 7, 16. 26. 30 divided by, how much is that? If the sectional cutoff in quant section is 10 marks and a candidate secured 80% of the marks in quant section, the candidate's secured marks is what percentage more than the cutoff mark? Okay. Now, sectional cutoff in quant section is 10 marks. How many questions are there in this section? 35. Now, 10 marks is sectional cutoff. A candidate secured 80% of the marks in quant section. 80% of how many marks? 35, which is 28 marks. Now, candidate secured marks is what percentage more than the cutoff mark? What was the cutoff mark? How many marks did he score extra? 18 upon 10 percentage into 100. Answer 180. Right. Let's take these two numbers to right hand side. 195 into 352 divided by already 192 is there. Into 65 goes to the other side and becomes divided by 65 into 72. Antena? Come on. Right. So now, here 192 is a 3 multiple? Is it a 3 multiple? 195. Is it a 3 multiple? So 3 multiple gets cancelled. In denominator, the other number is 65. Is it a 3 multiple? No. But when you look at 72, it has extra 9 multiple. Correct? Then answer must be 9 multiple. Can it be first option? Second? Third? Fourth? Fifth? Under root of 256, 16. 1728 should be written as cube. 12 cube to the power of 1 by 3. 12. 4096 to the power of 1 by 4 comes left hand side and it will be in denominator. Antena? Yes or no? Right. So now, first you need to identify this number as a square, x square, and then I'll write exponent to the power of 4. And x, I will identify it again as a square. I'll write it as y square to the power of 2 and whole to the power of 1 by 4 format. Square and square to the power of 4, power 1 by 4 gets cancelled. Ardhamainda? So write this 4096 as a square first. What is 60 square? And that is more than that. 70 square. And that is less than that. So that is in between 60 and 70, correct? And again, this number should be again written as a perfect square, right? So in between 60 and 70, which square is there? That has to be the one. Again, 64 can be written as 8 square. Then it is 8 to the power of 4 to the power of 1 by 4. This gets cancelled. And denominator, how many times? 2 times. 35% of 180. 25% plus 10%. Can we go like that? 25%, half and half. 45. 10%, 18. 45, 18. 63 plus 18 square. 324. 27 can be written as 3 cube. And exponent 5 by 3. Denominator 3 and 3 cube power 3 gets cancelled. What is left? 3 to the power of 5. What is 3 square? Can I write 3 power 5 as 3 square into 3 square into 3? This is 9 into 9. 81 threes. 243 goes to left hand side and it becomes minus 243. And this is our x square value. Correct? First, let's subtract 200 from this number. You'll have 100. Avuna? Again, how much you need to subtract? 43 subtracted from this and here you have 20. Total 144. Which square is that? 12 square. Are you done? 441. When you see this number, what comes in your mind? 21. 21 square gets cancellation 21. 21 denominator 17 times. Is that okay? Numerator. What is the numerator? 323. Can I write 323 as 324 minus 1? What is this? Minus 1 square. 1 square. 18 square minus 1 square. A square minus B square format. A plus B into A minus B. A plus B 19. A minus B and denominator 17 also gets cancelled, into 21 minus 15 into 21. What is that you can take common? 21. So answer is going to be 21 multiple, only one option. Otherwise 19 minus 15, 4, 21 4 times. Minus 40 square goes to the other side and becomes plus 40 square. Is that okay? And what is left in left hand side? X into 4. That 4 goes to right hand side and it will come in denominator. Avuna? So when you know that point, in every number I will observe whether I have 4 multiple or not. Is it 4 multiple? 14 ni 2 square into 7 square ga raayalema. Yes or no? 2 square ante 4 ena? 4 multiple unda leda? Indulo 4 multiple unda leda? ఈ మైనస్ 40 స్క్వేర్ అటు వస్తే ప్లస్ 40 స్క్వేర్ అయింది. ఇందులో 4 మల్టిపుల్ ఉందా లేదా? మొత్తం చేసి తర్వాత క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి డివైడ్ చేయటం ఈజీనా? ముందు కామన్గా ఉన్నది బయటికి లాగేసి క్యాన్సిల్ చేయటం ఈజీయా? కామన్ తీసేద్దాం. వాట్ షుడ్ బి టేకెన్ కామన్? 4 టేకెన్ కామన్. ఓకే. 14 స్క్వేర్ కెన్ బి రిటన్ యాజ్ 2 స్క్వేర్ ఇంటూ 7 స్క్వేర్. 2 స్క్వేర్ టేకెన్ కామన్. 49 minus 36 into 44. I'll take 4 from 44. What is left? 11. 36 11 times 396. This is done. Plus 40 square 1600. Out of that also I will take 4 common. What is left? 400. And entire number divided by 4. And this is x value only. Now 4 and 4 taken common again and this gets cancelled. Done. What is negative number? Take it from 400. What is left? 4 plus 49. Done. When you have continuous division, first number comes in numerator, remaining comes in denominator, into 72 into 2916. Antena? Right. Numerator ends with, denominator ends with 2 by 2, in the sense 2 multiplied by which number will give you 2? Either 1. That means answer should end with either 1 or 6. How many are eliminated? When you observe these remaining 2 options, one is in 200 something, the other is in a 2-digit number. Avuna? So now I want the range, not the exact answer. Is that okay for you? Right. 72 into 81, approximately I will treat it as 80 into 70. 80 into 70, 5600. Numerator 2900, approximate cancellation. Denominator 5600 something. Numerator 2900. Approximately what value comes in denominator? What is the numerator leftover number? 512 divided by 2, in the sense answer will be in 200s or 16. First option final. Need not to try for exact. Followed. Divided by x goes to right hand side numerator. Is that okay? Now right hand side 69 comes to denominator. Left hand side. Okay na? Numerator ends with 9 into which number ends with 4? Answer 16. Followed. 60%. Can I write it as 3 by 5? Into 3 by 16 into 48 by 27. 9. 3 times. 16 3 is 48 gets cancelled. 30%, 10% multiplied by 3, 14 multiplied by 3, 42 plus 28. 70 is what percent on 350? 20%. 165 comes left hand side, becomes 165 negative, correct? 35%, 25% plus 10%, 25%, half and half, 70, 10%, 70, 28. Okay, plus 60%, 50% plus 10%, 50%, 160, 10%, 32, both together, From 192 we need to subtract 165. What is positive number? 290 minus ends with, which cube ends with 5? Done. A started a business with an investment of 8,000. After 4 months, B joins him with a capital of 10,000. After 8 months of the starting of the business, C also joins with a capital of 15,000. Every investment is having 3 zeros common, so I will write only 8, 10, 15. Find the share of C in the profit of 1,18,000 after 1 year. A started the business, so he will be there for total 12 months. When did B join? Then he will be there for, when did C join? After 8 months. So he will be there for, take 4 common. Any more cancellations? 8 3s, 24, 20, 15. Total how many parts? 59 parts. 1,18,000 is divided into 59 parts. Question is about C. C will be getting 15 times of it. Avuna? Yes or no? Right. So now, in numerator, when I see 15, it is a 3 multiple. In denominator, we have 59. Is it a 3 multiple? Then answer must be, how many possibilities are there? How many possibilities are there? 2 possibilities. Which are they? Which are they? Second and fifth. Avuna? When you observe those two, what is the difference? Half. Who said? Perfect. One is having 3 zeros, the other is having 4 zeros. Concentrate on zeros. How many zeros are there? Come on. How many zeros should come in your answer? 4 zeros. Why? Apart from 3 zeros, there is a 5 multiple and there is a even number. When you have even number and 5 multiple, your answer should have one more extra zero. How many zeros should be there? 4 zeros. Second eliminated. Ardhamainda? The ratio of A's present age and B's age 4 years ago is 7:8. After 8 years, the ratio of A to B, A to that of B is 9:11. Find the present age of B. Okay, now the question is about B's age. B's age 4 years back was 8 parts, correct? Can I take 8 parts as 8 multiple? But when is that? 4 years ago. Which multiple? Can I also take that as a 4 multiple? 8 multiple ante 4 multiple avalsinde kada. 4 multiple, B's age was 4 multiple. When was that? To get present age, how many years do you need to add? 4 years, correct? So to the 4 multiple, if you add 4, answer should be, go to options. How many are there? 2 are there, correct? Now, but if you think it actually, 4 years back, it was how many parts? 8 parts should be which multiple? When is that? If it is first option, 4 years back it was, is 32 4 multiple? Is 32 8 multiple? Go to third option, 4 years back it was 20. Is it 8 multiple? Eliminate. Otherwise, you take the second condition into the picture. Second condition, after 8 years, it should be 11 multiple. Avuna? First option plus 8. Is it 11 multiple? Third option plus 8. Is it 11 multiple? Eliminated. Edok logic. Yes. A train crosses a platform having a length of 300 meters in 30 seconds and a standing pole in 10 seconds. Calculate the length of the train. First case, it crosses a, then distance covered is train length plus platform length. Second case, it crosses a pole, then distance covered in that case. First case, it was train length plus platform length, whereas second case, it is only, first case, how much time is it taking? Second case, How much extra time is it taking? Why is it taking extra time? Because of the platform length only. How much is platform length? That means in extra time, how much is extra time? In 20 seconds, it is going to cover extra distance 300 meters only. To cover actual train length, how much time is it taking? In 10 seconds, whatever is the distance that it is going to cover, itself is train length only 150 meters. What is that other value? We can also calculate with this information. Speed. Speed is equal to extra distance covered 300 meters and extra time taken 20 seconds, which is 15 meter per second. Yes? A man had 3,000 with him. He kept 250 with him and distributed the rest. The ratio of AB was 5:6 and that of BC 3:4 and that of CD 4:3. Find the amount that C got. Okay. AB and BC. Who is common? B is common. B in first ratio, second ratio. So you have to multiply this number with definitely 2, right? Then you will get, here what is C value? 8. C and D. What is C value? 4. But we have to make it 8, right? Even then, this must be multiplied with 2. Then you will get 8:6. AB ratio. B is common. C is common. Now ABCD ratio, we can rewrite it as 5, 6, 8, 6. Total how many parts? Come on. 25 parts. What value do we want to calculate? C value, which is 8 parts, right? Into 8. So which value is divided into 25 parts? That is important. How much money he has? How much is kept with him? Then remaining amount only he is distributing. Remaining amount is 2,750. 25, 110 times into 8, 880. What will be the sum of which the rate of interest is 4% per annum for first 2 years? How much interest do we get? 8%. For how many years? 6% per annum for next 4 years. How much interest do we get? 24. This 24% is for how many years? 4 years. Earlier 8% was for total so far 6 years over. And 8% per annum for the period beyond 6 years. If the simple interest occurred by the sum for 9 years period, so far how many years got over? How many more years we need to cover? And those 3 years every year they charge? Then total, what is total interest obtained? 56. 4,480 is divided into 56. 1% value is this much, correct? Now the question is about principal, sum, 100% into 100. 56 how many times? 8 and then a 0. Answer 8,000. Two alloys X and Y contain bronze and silver in the respective ratio 8:9 and 1:6 respectively. In what ratio should they be mixed so as to have 25% bronze? Order is important. It is bronze to silver. In final mixer, how much percent of bronze we are expecting? Then silver. Bronze to silver ratio 1:2. Finally, we are expecting 1:3, correct? Alligation. So you may pick only or only silver when you have combination of 2 items. In an alloy, you will have 2 things. You start with only bronze or only silver. What is first ratio? Total how much quantity we have? 17. Bronze is? It is 8/17 of bronze. In second ratio? Total is 7. Bronze is? This is 1:7, 1/7. When you mix this, You should get bronze and silver in the ratio 1:3. Total 4. Bronze is go for alligation. Let me first write the denominator. 4 and 7. Let me write 4 into 7. Yes. 4 into 1, 7 into 1. Cross multiplication difference kada. How much is that? 3. Next. 4 and 17. LCM. 4 into 17. Again cross multiplication. Matladali. 4 8s. 17 ones. Difference. 15. First of all 4 gets cancelled. 3. 5 times. So it is 1 by 7 is to 5 by 17. When you go for cross multiplication, 17 is to 35 only. First option. A wholesaler, after allowing a successive discounts of 20% and 10% on the list price of the product and gets a profit of 120. Find the cost price of the product. If the list price of the product is 1000. List price or market price. One and the same, which was mentioned as 1000. First discount was 20%. 200 subtracted. Yes. Then how much it becomes? Again 10% discount each is given, which is 80. Then it becomes at 720. What he will do? He will sell the item. Discounts ఇచ్చేసారు కదా, ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి? సేల్ చేయాలి. సెల్లింగ్ ప్రైస్ ఈస్ 120. 720. Out of 720, how much is profit? If you subtract that profit 120, how much you get? What is this called? Cost price. That's it. A bag contains 4 white balls, 6 blue balls. Total how many are there? 10 balls. If 3 balls are chosen from the bag at random, then what is the probability that all are white? So 10 are there. We need to pick 3. It can be done in 10C3 ways. Antena? And then we need 3 white balls from, that is 4C3 only, which I will write as 4 into 3 into 2 by 10 into 9 into 8. 4 into 2, 3 how many times? That is 1 by first option. A man can row 52 kilometers downstream and 42 kilometers upstream in 10 hours. It is also known that he can row 65 kilometers downstream and 63 kilometers upstream in 14 hours. Find the speed of the man in still water. That means we were asked to calculate M. Antena? Right. Practical ga cheyali anante 52 kilometers covered in downstream. I'll take downstream speed as X. And I will start with upstream speed as Y. Time to cover 42 kilometers upstream is Y. And this is equal to 10. And also, he covered 65 kilometers in downstream, 63 kilometers in upstream, and the time mentioned as. Now, I will start taking this value 1 by X as A, 1 by Y as B. Then, this can be written as 50 to A, and this can be written as. So again we can rewrite this entire equation as 50 to A plus 40 to B is equal to 10. 65A plus 63B is equal to 14. Yes. 2 equations, 2 variables. Easy to solve. Get the value of A and then B. After that, substitute here and get the value of X comma Y. Once if you get X comma Y, how do you get M value? X plus Y by 2. Will it take time or not? It is a stupid method. Yes. Now, I'll tell you simple logic for this. It will be very simple. I'll write how much distance is covered in downstream, how much distance is covered in upstream. I'll also mention time. First case, how many kilometers covered? 52. In upstream? And the time? Next case, how much distance is covered in downstream? Upstream? Time? Now what I'll do is, I'll observe difference here. What is the change? What happened here? Plus 13. What happened here? Plus, what happened here? Plus 4, correct? Again from here, if we again add 13 kilometers, add 21 kilometers, here also you should add 4 hours. Same distances when you add, same time you should add. Agreed or not? At the same time, if you subtract 13 kilometers from 52, subtract 21 kilometers from 42, you'll have to subtract 4 hours from 10 hours only. Same thing will happen. So either you can add or subtract. Whatever you want, you can do it. Yes? But my ultimate aim is to make either distance covered in downstream or distance covered in upstream. I want to make it 0. Ardhamainda? When you look at here, distance in upstream is increasing. Distance in downstream is also increasing. Both are increasing. Avuna? So what I will do is, how much I can subtract from here, either downstream or upstream, so that I can make one value 0. Okay na? Okay na? What is distance covered in upstream? What is the difference here? Which means 21 2 times is exactly 42, right? 2 times of this, I will subtract 26. 2 times of this, minus 2 times of 4 hours, minus 8 hours. Understood? So far, yes? Now if you subtract 26, how many kilometers in upstream? How much time? That means to cover 26 kilometers in downstream, it will take 2 hours only. Then downstream speed is equal to, come on, 13 kilometer per hour. Yes? If the downstream speed is 13 kilometer per hour, now I will pick any of my equation to cover 52 kilometers in downstream, where the downstream speed is 13 kilometer per hour. How much time it will take? So if it takes 4 hours here out of total 10 hours, then to cover 42 kilometers, it should take 6 hours, correct? In 6 hours it will cover. Then upstream speed is equal to, man speed is equal to, Ardhamainda? You want to add, you can add. If you want to subtract, you can do it. But do either addition or subtraction. But the logic is, I want to make distance covered either in upstream 0 or downstream 0. Followed? ఎక్కడో ఒక దగ్గర 0 చేయాలి. అది అప్ అయినా డౌన్ అయినా మీ ఇష్టం. ఒక డైరెక్షన్లో 0 చేయాలి. The perimeter of the rectangle is 420. 2 times of L plus B is 420. Then L plus B is 210. Length of the rectangle is 30 meters more than the breadth. That means L minus B is equal to 30. From this, how much is L? Largest number, how do you get it? When you have sum of 2 numbers and difference of 2 numbers, how do you get largest number? Sum by 2, which is 120. How do you get breadth? Difference by 2 akkarla. From length you subtract 30, that is breadth, right? How much is that? 90. Okay. Find the time taken to cross it diagonally. Okay, there is a rectangle. Avuna? Matladali. This is 90 and this is, and what do we need here? Diagonal. Pythagoras triplet, because it is 90 degrees kada. When you have Pythagoras triplet, if you observe these 2 numbers, 90 and 120, can I treat it as 3 parts? 3 how many times? 330 times. 3 how many times? This is 4 parts. 4 30 times. Pythagoras triplet 3 is to 4 is to 5. Then it must be 5 parts, right? If 3 parts is 90, 4 parts is 120, 5 parts should become. So these 150 kilometers we have to cover. Yes? And we need to identify the time taken with the speed of 10 meter per second. Then divide it by 10 will give you 15, and this much time it will take. Understood? Done, everybody? Right.